Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do a fun crocheting challenge. I really don't think it'll be that much of a challenge, but I have watched other creators do it and it's taken them longer than intended. But I will be trying to make the 6-Day Star Blanket by Betty Mcknit. It's called the 6-Day Star Blanket, I found out, because the kid size, I think, is supposed to take 6 days, but I guess the full throw size is going to take longer, but I really want to try to do it in less than 6 days. I've definitely watched so many other creators do this blanket and it's taking them a range of hours, so we'll have to see. I thought of using a bunch of my scrap yarns to make this project, so one, I could get rid of a lot of yarn that I have, like random colors, and 2, make a blanket for myself, which is very cozy for winter time, and 3, I guess make room for more yarn. No, I actually have like a lot of yarn that I really want to use up. I kind of picked my colors ahead of time. This all started because I went through my yarn stash. I put some colors together and I felt like it was enough to make a blanket. I really hope so. So we have 4-ish color families. So first we have a lot of red. This is like Big Twist, Hobby Lobby, and Karen yarns. We also have some greens, some blues, and yellows. I do have a white cream color and a gray to throw in there for some neutrals. I know there's a video tutorial, so I think I'm gonna follow that. A little update, it's been 1 hour later and I've been crocheting and following the video and I've gotten this far. I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in. It actually looks cute on camera. So yeah, I'm excited to get into all of these colors. I actually lined them all up in the order I want to like use them because I'm going to be changing every row. Hopefully it will look good. I think I'm going to take a little break so I could go shower and get comfy because I love to crochet in bed. So I think we will update in a little bit if we get a little farther today. For day 1, I want to try to get further than the setup rounds and get into day 2 of the Star Blanket. So like I'm ahead of the game, you know? But we will see, because obviously this works up a lot quicker because it's small, but I'm curious how long it'll take once it starts to get bigger. Hello from day 2. So of course, right after I start this challenge, I get sick. Yesterday, I worked on it for about 2 hours. I also wanted to time how long this took for me, but I forgot to start a timer. But I think I worked on it for about 2 hours, and this is how far I got last night. I really wanted to do more on the first day, but I started not feeling good, so I put my project down. I think it looks really cool. As of right now, this yellow is really bright, so I'm a little nervous, but I feel like once I use every color once, it will look a lot better. So we're starting day 2. It is 1:24. And it's a Saturday, so I really want to crochet a lot today. I'm working on the next set of like setup rounds. I really don't know what's considered day 1 or day 2. I'll have to look at the written pattern, but we're just gonna keep going because I'm so excited to use all my different colors. Also, I'm gonna have so many ends to weave in with all these color changes, but I think it'll be worth it. Also, I took a video of my progress to make one of those little videos that people do where they like drop it and they show their progress. So look out for that.
Time has come by this weekend to build a birdhouse with Josh. At least that is what Josh has told me about 1,000 times over the last hour.
Hello from day 3. So yesterday I looked up what the recommended, like how many rows to do a day to complete it in 6 days. And so I realized everything I've done up to this point is only day 1. So that's great. This is where she's at right now. I'm really liking how the colors are coming together and it looks way better than I thought it would. I was a little nervous with all the colors I have, but I think as of right now, I've used every color once. So I think once, you know, I keep using the same colors, it will look really good. And it actually worked up pretty quickly. I did log how many hours I did. So the first day, I only did 2 hours. And yesterday, I worked on it for 5 hours, and I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did 11 rows in 5 hours yesterday. And that was throughout the day because I took lots of breaks and stuff, but yeah, I worked on it for 5 hours. And today I really want to catch up to where I should be for day 3. On Betty Mcknit's website, she said on the first day, you should do the setup rounds and the first repeat. And that's what this is, the setup rounds and 1 repeat. And then she recommends doing at least 1 repeat per day. And so that means I should have 3 repeats done for the 3rd day. And I've only done 1. I don't know if I could do 14 rows today, but 14? No, it's 5 per repeat. So I need to do 10 rows today. I think we're gonna try. I do want to do some other stuff today, but I think this is gonna be the main attraction for my Sunday. I really like a pattern like this because every row is practically different, even if you're repeating some of the rows. I think it's really exciting because like every row there's something to count or like look out for, which I really like and appreciate, because I realize a lot of times when I do a pattern that's just like repeating the same thing over and over, at a certain point I get bored of it. We will keep working today, and I'll try to do an update at the end of the day. I just hit the 3-hour mark of working on this blanket for today, and this is how far we've gotten. We are almost done with the next repeat. I'm on the last row of single crochets. Once that row's finished, this is only day 2. I'm hoping by the end of today I could do another set of repeats, which like this took 3 hours to do, but you have to remember that like each time like it gets bigger obviously, so it's going to take you longer to do each row. I think I'm slowly getting humbled by this project. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I don't finish it in 6 days, but I don't know, I love a fun challenge. I do have some pain in my wrists, which I think it's time to take a break. I think this is good timing after the first set of repeats, and then we will work on the second repeat of the day. Hopefully I can finish that. I'm having a really fun time like planning out the colors I'm gonna do next and stuff, so that's really fun. She looks so beautiful, honestly. Like, I just want to like appreciate all the different colors we have going on here. And it just looks so cool when it all comes together. So yeah, we'll check in a little bit, or tomorrow morning possibly. Hello from day 4 of the 6-day star blanket. So I did work on the blanket a little bit more last night, and I did get pretty far in my opinion, I think. Here's where we're currently at. She like got very big very quickly, which is so exciting. So as of this point, we've done, hold on, now I'm confused. We've done 3 repeats, and we're in the middle of our 4th. I'm basically a day behind. So I was trying to catch up by doing the 4th repeat yesterday. But now that it's the 4th day, I'm a little bit behind. I need to finish this repeat and then do a whole nother repeat, which is a little stressful because like I mentioned yesterday, each row is going to take even longer. I think as of right now, 1 row takes me 30 minutes, which I know doesn't sound that long, but when each repeat has 6 rows, I think I said 5 in the beginning of the video, but each repeat has 6 rows. That can take a while. Yesterday, I spent almost 6 hours on the blanket, and that's definitely why it's gotten bigger, but also, like, at the same time, I'm still behind schedule, and I really want to try to get back on track to finish this in 6 days or less. I don't know if that's going to be doable. Plus, I was having some pain last night, so that's why I stopped. There was a part of me that wanted to push through because I only had 2 more rows left in this repeat, but I was having a lot of like wrist pain, so I knew I had to stop. So we're going to continue. I'm going to try to finish this repeat. Right now it's 10:30. I want to try to finish this first repeat before lunchtime, before noon, and then work on the 5th repeat. In terms of the colors, I'm so happy with it. I think I will have enough yarn. I was a little nervous that I wouldn't. I definitely will run out of certain colors, but we'll figure that out when that time comes. It's like hours later, and I feel like I've made some good progress. I'm on the last row of the repeat I started, and once I finish that, I'm gonna be all caught up for day 4. which is amazing because I didn't know if I'd be able to do it. I definitely took, so far I think I've worked like 5 hours already today. I think the blanket's gotten pretty big. I'll show you guys when I finish this, but I think I'm gonna do one more repeat and then I'll be done. I definitely want it to be bigger than this, but I just feel like another repeat will take so long. Like at this point, I think one of the double crochet rows that I did were each like 45 minutes long each. So I can't imagine how long it's going to be if I do another repeat. But I think it'll be worth it. Plus, I still have like a good amount of yarn. Although I'm running out of like certain colors, like not enough to cover a whole row. So that's my only thing is like, should I keep going and use the colors I have enough of for? Or should I like use up the colors and then change colors mid-row? Which I don't know if I'll like that look because I haven't been doing it the whole blanket, if that makes sense. I feel like if I were switching colors throughout the whole blanket, it would look cool. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, once again, I'm so enjoying this project. Like, this was the perfect project to work on while being sick this weekend. It kept me like so occupied and it was just a fun thing to do while watching TV or listening to my audiobooks. I started watching season 2 of XO Kitty, which the season 1, I like to think I didn't enjoy it, but I low-key did enjoy it. Like all the drama, the relationship drama. And I'm actually really enjoying the season 2 so far. I'm only on episode 3, but once again, so much relationship drama, and it's just like corny and fun and light to watch and just like easy watching, which I appreciate all the time. If anyone has recommendations of media to watch while or listen to while crocheting, please recommend. I do enjoy watching YouTube, listening to podcasts, audiobooks, TV shows, movies. So if you have any recommendations of things to listen or watch, please leave them down below. Hi! Last night I finished that last repeat I was talking about and I started the next one. This blue row is the first row in that repeat. But look how big. I don't even know if I could be in the whole frame. It's so big now. Oops, I'm accidentally unraveling it. Look how big it's gotten. And so I feel like this might be the last repeat. I don't know, I really want it to be big enough, like it covers me, but I'm short. I'm only 5 feet tall. So I want it to be a little bit bigger that like it could definitely cover me or anyone else who's using it. I still don't know if I'm going to keep this or give it to someone as a gift. So I'm just going to work on this for the rest of the day and we might be done. We'll decide. I'll have to finish this next set of repeats and I'll decide if I need to do another set because I really want it to be big enough. Plus, I still have a good amount of yarn. Actually, here, I'll show you how much yarn I have. This is how much yarn we have left. And it doesn't look like that much. The only thing is that I'm running out of certain colors, which is like, isn't good. And the bigger colors I have left are like the red, the yellow, the bright blue, and the bright reds. I highly recommend this project if you're looking for a stash busting project and you have colors that you feel like could go well together. I didn't even think these would go well together, but it ended up looking really cool. So even if you have colors that you don't think go together, you should definitely try it. I'm going to keep watching XO Kitty because I'm kind of really invested in the show, surprisingly. So we're going to see what happens in the show and with the blanket. We did it, y'all. We did it in 6 days. She's finally done. And she's beautiful. And she's very big. I don't know, it's really hard to kind of show on camera because I'm not that tall, but I finished it a few days ago, and I've been using it at night, and it's just so comfy, and I love it. So yes, we did finish this in 6 days. I did write down how many hours I worked on it for each day, so we could get a little breakdown of how many hours it took me to do it. So day 1, I worked on it for 2 hours. Day 2 was 5.5. Day 3 was also 5.5. Day 4 was 5 hours. Day 5 was 3 hours. And day 6 was 3 hours. So adding that all up, 24 hours. It took me 24 hours to make this size of a 6-day star blanket. I feel like I really could have added on one more repeat for it to be like really big, but I'm like happy with the size that I did. I finished it and then the next day I weaved in all the ends. So technically 7 days if we're gonna count for like the finished product, but making it took me 6 days and then it took me another day to weave in the ends. Honestly, with the pattern, it was really easy to pick up. I feel like once I watched the video tutorial by Betty Mcknit and I just referenced my own work, like which row is next, I kind of picked up on the pattern very quickly. The only time I would have to refer to the actual pattern is on some of the double crochet rows because they change every repeat. In terms of that they change or increase every repeat in terms of the number of stitches going up on one side. So I just want to make sure I had the right number. So I'd refer back to the pattern because she would list out how many stitches you would have as you increase and as the blanket gets bigger. So that was nice to have. But other than that, it was easy going. For the most part, I did have the right stitch count, but there were times I was off by like 1 or 2 and I didn't go back and fix it and it ended up being fine. Like, I think if you're off by 1 or 2 stitches, it's fine. Just make sure your peaks are at the peaks and that your like valleys or the low points are in the right spots, because that will make it keep the star shapes. This is actually my first blanket I've ever made. I started a granny square blanket, but I never finished it. So this is the first blanket I've started and finished and am able to use. She's very cozy. I'm very proud of her. I'm already planning my next 6-day star blanket. I definitely want to do like a more neutral one. And it's so funny because I wasn't planning on really keeping this. I was like going to figure out like to give it to someone or something. But I've been using it the past few days and I feel like I'm just going to keep it until like, I don't know, maybe if someone expresses interest in my family, I'll give it to them. Anyways, now I'm rambling. Highly recommend trying the 6-day star blanket. I think I was only able to do it in 6 days because I started on the weekend and I had no plans and I was sick. So I had a lot of time to just sit around and work on the blanket. Definitely had a lot of hand pain on like the longer days that I was working on it. So watch out for that. I'm a little risky in that sense that like I'll push myself, which I shouldn't because I get really bad hand pain sometimes. I love this pattern so much because I think I had mentioned before that I like when the pattern changes and it's not too boring, honestly. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun like having some sort of challenge to do. I really had fun making this video and making this project. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to today's video. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you guys next time.